Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to be with you tonight. This is definitely more very spontaneous live. When I checked in with my guides tonight, they really said, guess what? It's new moon. It is the equinox, and it's a really good time to tap in and do some readings for the all zodiac signs. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight. I didn't even really let my subscribers know. So I'm hoping everyone can join me, and everything later will be time stamped. I want to let you know. So if you want to come back later and check it out, I'm also going to be streaming live on TikTok as well. So you can join me at either platform. So welcome in, everybody. I'm so excited we're doing this tonight. I haven't done a all zodiac sign reading in a very, very, very long time. And so I thought it was really time, because it really felt like it too. And I was meditating and I thought, okay, what do I want to do a reading on? Welcome in, everybody. We're going to be doing an all zodiac reading for the eclipse and the new moon. So if you guys want to hang out, get started, keep tapping the screen. We're going to be starting with the sign of Aries. So if you guys like these types of readings, welcome in. We're going to be going for this live stream. We are going to be going through all the zodiac signs, and we're going to be doing readings for this week. It's a very big energy this week. And if you guys are new, welcome in. My name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. And so this evening, specifically what we're going to be working on and looking at is we're going to be going around the zodiac, and we are going to be talking about all the different things that each of you can think about, especially because this is a really big energy right now. We have a lot going on with astrology. We have a lot going on for all of us personally, and also with our own healing, guidance, and information. If you guys are new, welcome in. So tonight, just to let you know, in this live stream, I'm going to be doing zodiac readings for each sign, and we're going to be starting with Aries, and we're going to be going around the chart. So if you don't if you need to come back in, you'll know that I'll be just continuing on. We're going to be talking about right now, especially with the new moon energy, but also this is a really big time astrologically for with the eclipse. So I thought it would be a really good time tonight to do that. If you guys don't know me, welcome in. My name is Carey, and I'm a medium and a mentor, and I've been reading for over 35 years. So it's really good to meet you guys. So if you like that kind of a live stream where you're really learning more about in-depth information as it relates to possibly if you can claim we're starting with Aries, and we're going to go around the zodiac. We're going to be talking about love, career, finances, and spirituality. Hey there, Lilia. So if you want, come hang out. I'm also streaming live on the tube, and you get a little more of my slideshow if you're here on the tube. We are going to be starting with Aries. And if you guys don't know me, welcome in. My name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. I've been reading for over 35 years. I also have a school where I train people to read. Amazing. Okay, cool. So we're going to get started right away. And if you have any questions, hello, welcome in. I'm so excited about this reading. So let me tell you guys something. This is a really big energy right now, as we all know, with the astrology. Okay, huge energy, a lot going on. So tonight, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be going around the entire zodiac, and we are going to be starting with Aries. So if you have an Aries prominent placement, I'll just put it there. You definitely want to check it out. Now, if you guys like more of a slideshow, you want to see the visuals, I have that on the tube. I can't do that on TikTok because they don't let me put my slides up. But if you want to sort of stay up to date, I'd say go follow me on the tube. I'm going to get started, but feel free. Now, I'm not going to be checking the chat quite as much because we have a lot of readings to do. But if anyone's in there, and if anybody can let me know, I'll let you know what sign I'm working on. We are going to start with Aries. I have my slides over here. It's kind of nice because you can see everything. Okay. So if you have a prominent placement in Aries, hello, welcome in. This is very spontaneous. I wasn't planning on this, but I went to meditate an hour ago. My guides are like, oh, guess what? we're going to read all the zodiacs. And I said, fantastic, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to be starting with the sign of Aries. We're going to be looking at love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. Okay, so if you're joining me, welcome. We are doing zodiac readings. We're starting with Aries. I'm also streaming right now on the Tube of You. So if you guys are here, sometimes it's nice to see it because I have a slideshow on the tube. So that's kind of nice. So we're starting with Aries. Okay. We're going to be looking at love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. Okay. Aries. Yes, you totally came at the right time. Yes, girl. Okay. And if you have a prominent placement, that's how I'm going to put it, because you guys know where your prominent placements are, right? So we're going to start. If this is you, this is Aries. Okay. So you have a prominent placement in Aries. We're going to start with you. We're looking at love, career, finances, health, and spirituality, right? So that means it could be your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe your Venus. I also like to look at a couple other placements. Like if you have your Mars is in Aries, you want to think about that. Things like that. Or if you resonate with them with Aries. Okay. So we're going to start by looking at love for the sign of Aries. Welcome. And I'm also streaming on the tube. So if you guys want to come join me on the tube, then please feel free. Okay. So first we're talking about Aries in love. Okay. We're getting a lot of, this is right away, we are getting King of Swords and the Page of Swords. So as we know, Aries in love. So that's a very passionate sign. Aries is quick to move energetically. They like to make decisions quickly. They don't want to have to think about their, things. They just want to act typically energetically when you're really fully in there. So with these energies of this is literally your counterpart. Your opposite sign is Libra, but Libra's coming up here for you to sort of maybe in relationships right now. It might be a good idea to sort of pause this week. Be mindful of what your communication is. So don't jump right into saying what you think. This might be, especially with this eclipse energy. This energy is extremely intense. And so with that, you might even be more fired up than normal, Aries. So if that is you, this might be a really good sign in your relationships to sort of take a breath. Again, we are going through the entire zodiac. We're reading this, everybody who's joining, for the new moon energy, but also for this eclipse energy. We're going through each sign. We're starting with Aries. We're on Aries now. We're doing love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. This is relationships. So the sign here for you, Aries, is to pause, think before you speak, and especially in your relationships. And be mindful of your words. Like I'm hearing, choose your words wisely. Okay, so that's the advice for Aries for love for this week. Okay, so being mindful of that. Let's move on to career advice. And so obviously people are at different points in their career. Not everybody's going to be in the same place, right? So career really could be you starting a career, or you're in the middle of your career, or you're getting a general advice, Aries. So let's just take a look and see what we're getting. And if you guys want a little bit more, I have a hard time with choosing my words when I'm mad. You're not the only one, especially when there's a lot at stake, right? It feels like, gosh, how am I going to figure that one out, right? So let's go. We're moving on to career now. Okay. Wow, this is a really great energy for career. So first of all, I got to cover this. We have the Star card and the Page of Cups. To me, this feels like some of you are ending a career and possibly starting something new, and there's a deep excitement about what that might look like. That's what I'm feeling here for you. Especially, again, we're talking about Aries. If you have a prominent placement in Aries, and then this is about career. We're going through the entire zodiac right now, guys. You can also join me on the tube because I have a slideshow going on. Hello. So I'm really hearing that with career, try and be as patient as you can right now. That's a really important thing. Because if you are branching into a new career, there's still going to be things you're going to need to learn, especially when it comes to relationships in your career. You know how when you're starting a career or you're you might be a little further along. It's really important to make connections with the people that you work with, or that you're trying to have become clients, right? So they're really saying, Aries, it's important right now, because we're doing the all zodiac sign, everybody. It's important to be mindful if you're in a new career or what your position is, that you're really taking your time and being wise about making those contacts. But there's a lot of hope here for career. So if you're shifting in your career, if you are, hi, Kennedy, that's my Kennedy. Hi. Oh my gosh. What are you doing, girl? That's my daughter. I love you. Thank you for the gift. So anyway, we're reading all zodiac signs right now, everybody. Just so you know, we're doing this for the new moon and for the eclipse. We're starting with Aries. That's where we are. We're reading 5 different things for the signs: love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. We're doing career. So I would say take your time when it comes to, your connections around work. That's a big thing. Okay. Now we're going to look at finances for Aries. Again, keep tapping the screen, guys. If you guys can do me a favor on TikTok, hello. If you guys can help me with the daily heart me's, if you're enjoying this, that really helps me tremendously. So welcome in. Okay, so now we're moving into finances for Aries. Again, we're going around the entire zodiac. If you're wondering where we are, you can just ask. So this is any prominent placements. Thank you, Alejandra. I really appreciate you. If you guys do daily heart me, that helps me so much. Thank you. So again, welcome in. If you're just joining, we are doing all of the zodiac signs right now. We're going around the zodiac. We're starting with Aries, right? We're on Aries now. We're reading 5 different things: love, career, finances, health, spirituality. So now we're looking at finances for Aries. Let's see what is important for us to know this week. Okay. So again, we're talking about finances, right? But we're getting a lot of emotion around finances. Okay. So here's what I'm getting. I feel like there's a lack of patience here for you, as far as either, let's say some of you are waiting on a raise, or you're waiting on money to come to you, right? And then you feel like you've been giving a lot, right? So you're expecting a lot in return. The problem here is that when it comes to finances, we do want to be logical, and we want to have emotional maturity around our finances, so making sure, Aries, again, this is for Aries, that we are, again, this is the whole thing right now, is exercising patience, understanding that when it comes to finances, sometimes you have to spend quite a bit of time investing and learning and developing things, especially when it comes to connections, right? Before things pay off. So there is a big thing here, because the 4 of Cups it says to us, you're not being really patient. It says that you're like being stubborn. You're giving up a little too easy when it comes to your finances. So you might have to take a step back and kind of look at things a little bit differently, right? Okay. All right. Again, guys, we are doing all zodiac reading right now. We are doing this for the new moon and for the eclipse. We're going around all the zodiacs. So all the signs. Right now we're in Aries, and we're reading 5 different things for each of the signs. You can come back when yours is coming around. We're starting with Aries. Okay, Capricorn. So now we're moving into health. Now, of course, as we know, we're looking at the energy. So this is probably going to be what you can do to, for your well-being. Let's put it that way. So let's see what comes up. Again, this is for Aries. So let's see what we got. And remember, you guys, if you have prominent placements in some of these signs, right, you want to pay attention to where your placements are. I'm also on the tube of you, if you guys like, because I have a slide presentation over here. So here's what I'm getting right away for health for Aries. Okay. I'm going to tell you something, guys. So take a deep breath. When we're getting the 4 of Pentacles, thank you so much, Britt. I appreciate you. And the King of Wands. So I'm going to say this to you in the nicest way I can, Aries. This is really a time you've got to focus on your physical well-being. That's something really important. Put yourself first. Try something new, possibly, that might be taking you out of your comfort zone. Maybe this is a sign, possibly, maybe to do a new exercise routine, to think about how, especially if you're in the Western hemisphere, how you're going to stay fit during the winter, maybe looking at some new ways of being able to add other types of like healthy food into your life. So don't be too stubborn about your health or your, even I would say probably to do with where your physical being is right now. So being open as you can. Again, if you're wondering, what are we doing? Right now, everybody, just so you know, we are going through the entire zodiac and reading this week for the new moon and for the eclipse energy. Thank you for the follow. So we're starting with Aries, and then we're going around the wheel. Okay, so we're on Aries, and we're looking at 5 different things for each sign. Now, if you have a prominent placement in a particular sign, you want to look at that, not just at your sun sign. Okay. You want to look at your rising sign. You want to look at your moon. You want to look at your Venus and so on. Okay. Last thing, this is for Aries. Okay. And if you want to come over to the tube of you, there's a little more going up, round and round we go. Exactly. That's right, Regina. So, okay, good. Here we go. Let's get to a flat. If you guys can help me quickly, it would be amazing. If you guys, those of you that are here, it would be so great if you guys could help me with my flash goal. Also, just to help me if you enter the room and you want to do the daily heart me, that just really helps me if you're enjoying the content. Thank you so much. Remember, I'm going to be going live every day this week because it's my birthday week. So here we go. All right, here's the last thing. This is for Aries, spirituality. What do you need to know right now in relationship to your spirituality? Let's see what we have going on. Okay. I'm hearing internally, thank you so much for joining my fan club. I'm really hearing internally for you, Aries, when it comes to your spiritual path, that now is a really good time to take a little step back and really check in with your intuition, with your inner knowing about what you need right now. There's a really like a pause, reflection is really needed. That's what I'm hearing. So however you do that, that might be meditation, that might be writing, that might be movement, taking time out in nature, going for a walk. But again, we're on Aries and we're looking at Aries spirituality. So we're getting the World card and Ace of Swords. Okay. So Aries, this is saying basically that you're at the point on your journey where you're like taking a step, you know, you're starting something new. You're about to begin, right? So when that happens, because of the World card and the Ace of Swords, that's a really good time to really reevaluate. But how can you reevaluate? You reevaluate by checking in with your intuition, right? Checking in with your inner knowing and taking time to meditate or go for walks or do whatever you can. Thank you so much, Lilia. We are now moving into, if you're wondering, thank you so much, Lilia. We are now moving in along the signs and we're hitting Taurus. Do I have any Taurus? Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Here we go, Taurus. And again, we're looking at love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. If you want more of an all-around experience, right? We are on the tube of you and we have slides over here so you know where we are. Okay. So again, this is for Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Anybody Taurus out? Any Taurans here? Welcome, Taurus. So if you have a prominent placement in Taurus, definitely let me know. I can shout you out. If you guys can do me a favor, and also if you can do the daily heart me, that helps me so much. And I'm going to be going live every day this week, doing mediumship readings, Akashic Records readings, all free readings. It's my birthday week. So please stay tuned. Okay, here we go, Taurus. Any Taurus folks, sun, moon, rising here? Okay, let's start with love for the Taurans. All right. We love a Taurus 12th house stellium girl. See, I love that. She knows her astrology. Okay, here we go, girl. Ready? Here comes Taurus. Wow. This is powerful energy, Taurus. This is for love. Okay. Starting something new, but remember things you've learned. That's what I'm hearing. That's what we're getting. This is for Taurus. For love. Okay. So this is you. I think many of you have learned the lessons or are learning the lessons for love. Okay. That's what we're getting here because we have the Hierophant and the Magician. My birthday is actually on Thursday. So I'm a early Libra. Okay. So one thing I want to say, and this is related to Taurus and love. So if you have a prominent placement in Taurus, this is going to be you. Okay. So many of you, Taurus, when it comes to love, I feel like you're at a point now, you're really stepping in your authority about your relationships. Okay. So either you're starting again in a long-term relationship, or you're about to begin really diving in and looking at dating again, or trying to adjust things in your personal life. Okay. The thing I want to remind you is you want to learn from the things that you've already really figured out when it comes to love. So really diving into like, what makes me happy? What makes me feel, excited? What is something that I need in a relationship, but also what do I need to let go of? Okay. So this is you, Taurus, when it comes to relationships. This is really powerful major arcana energy, which I'm super excited about. Again, if you guys want a little bit more of an in-depth experience, I am on the tube. I've got slides over here. So if you like that sort of thing, although it's not necessary, I'm really excited to have you guys here. Again, we're doing an all zodiac reading for the new moon and for thank you guys for joining my fan club. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hang on a sec. I appreciate every time you guys do that. It means so much to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay. All right. I appreciate you. And every time you guys do a daily heart me, I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Okay. Taurus, we're looking at career. Again, we're going through all the signs. It's a big night tonight for the new moon and for the eclipse. What does Taurus need to know about career? Let's take a peek. Okay. High Priestess. Ooh, gosh, this is really, really good energy, guys. This is, again, we're at Taurus. If you have a prominent placement in Taurus, okay, guys, and you're wanting to know about career, this is you. And okay, here we go. So what do we know when it comes to the High Priestess and the Four of Wands? The High Priestess needs to lead in your career right now, friends. That's really what I'm getting. So, and I want to let you know, a lot of you guys are you're very focused on your career. You're hardworking, but you're also trying to remember to balance out personal life with your career and your drive to succeed. So if this is for Taurus, this is really paying attention again to your intuition when it comes to, okay, I don't want to overwork. I want to have balance. I really want to listen to my intuition and my guides when it comes to my career. So trusting that no matter what stage of your career you're in right now, whether you're newer on your path or you're starting something new or you've been doing it a while, the real message here is to really pay attention to that inner balance. Okay. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome in. We are doing all zodiac sign readings tonight. We're going around the zodiac wheel. This is for the new moon and for the eclipse. If you guys are new, hello. My name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor and a teacher. Good evening. Hi, Yessie. It's so good to see you. So we right now are on Taurus. We already did Aries, right? So, but we're looking at, and if you want to join us, we're also on the tube and we have slides on the tube so you can see where we are. So we're doing love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. Okay. We're on Taurus. We are now going to finances. Okay. What do we see for Taurus and finances for this week? What is the message from spirit? Okay. We need to thank you, Sandy. I appreciate you. That's so kind. It really helps me to do the daily heart me. So thank you. Okay. So here we go, finances, Taurus. I think we need to be a little mindful of where our money is going. So we have Five of Wands and the King of Wands. This is showing that you're not sitting in your power when it comes to your finances. You could be maybe spending unnecessarily or not really keeping track of your finances right now. And this might be like an avoidant behavior, possibly because maybe you're looking at, oh, I don't want to deal with my numbers right now. I want to be able to, maybe spend without having to check my checkbook. But I'm really feeling this week, especially Taurus, when it comes to your finances, I would say check your intuition first before you spend or make a big purchase. That's really what I'm feeling. Okay. That's for Taurus. For finances. Now, Taurus, we're moving into health. So you can look at this as wellness. Okay. Wellness. So again, we're going around the zodiac. We're looking at we're going around and looking at every sign, and we are looking at love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. And right now we're on wellness, okay, which I would say is here. And this is for Taurus. So if you have a prominent placement in Taurus, this is for you. Wow, we got 3 cards. So that's pretty big. And if you guys do the daily heart me, it helps a lot. Okay, Taurus, here's your health, your wellness. There's a lot going on, okay? We have a lot of the major arcana coming out for you, Taurus, for your health. We have the Hierophant and then and Virgo, okay, which is the Hermit. I think this is good because I feel like when it comes to your physical health, you are paying attention to this. I feel as though you are learning from past mistakes about your wellness. You're trying to make some changes in a positive direction when it comes to your wellness, okay? The one thing is I'm going to say to you is interesting because you got King of Cups in the reverse. Hi, Annabelle. You got King of Cups in reverse as in relationship to your health. This is the thing. When we're talking about wellness and a holistic way of living, we need to also be mindful of our emotions. Okay. We can't just make a plan and, and drive ourselves to the end and say, we're going to keep doing this no matter what. You want to think wellness is also having balanced emotions. Okay. So I'm hearing that. So make sure you're being patient with yourself. Okay. Again, if you're just joining us, hello, my name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. Tonight we are doing readings for the zodiacs for every single sign. We are right now on Taurus. If you want to kind of keep up a little more accurately, we are on the tube, and we have a slideshow. Thank you so much for joining my team. Thank you for the Go Popular. That means so much to me. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so now, and so if you want to join us, you can sort of see where we are, but feel free to stay on TikTok. That's great. Okay, now we're on Taurus and we're looking at spirituality. Okay, where are you right now? And if you have a prominent placement in one of these signs, okay, and you will know that. It's always fun to look up your astrology. We're looking at spirituality, Taurus. Wow, there's a lot going on for you, which I'm really excited about for you, Taurus, because we have the Ace of Cups and the Chariot card. You're taking control. Okay. I feel like it's interesting that because Chariot is a yes card. This is you moving forward and excited about your path. I also feel like possibly when it comes to your connections, emotions, relationship with your spirituality, this is likely that you're probably connecting with more people, maybe talking to more people about your spiritual path, maybe finding community around spirituality. There's more connections going on is what I'm feeling. So this is fantastic. Spirituality is very difficult to do in a vacuum by yourself. Having people that are healthy and supportive of you, I think is a really great idea. And so again, this is for Taurus. This is in relationship to spirituality right now. So taking time to make these connections with new friends who you resonate with spiritually. That's a really exciting one. Okay, as you guys can see, if you're on the tube, you can see I'm now moving on to my next group, which we have Gemini. So if you have a prominent placement in Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus, maybe Mars, then this is for you. Okay, we're starting with this. And again, we're reading for the week ahead. So what we have ahead of us, the reason I'm coming on tonight to do this is because we're in a new moon and we're also right in an eclipse. We have very intense energy. Oh, we love the Gemini. Hello, Mimi. I see you, Mimi. So fantastic. Let's see what's next. Okay, let's see what's next. All right, guys, let me just do one thing really fast. Stick with me. Okay. So, all right. So if you guys want to go ahead, I'm setting a new goal. If you guys want to help me do this, that helps me so much. If you guys can help me with these little gifts, it mainly helps me get there on the FYP. And that helps me a lot, do all these freebies. So please stay tuned. And if you can help me with that goal, that would be amazing. Thank you. All right, here we go. All right. So there we go. We have a new goal. Thank you, Annabelle. Okay, here we go. I'm focusing. That's why I have a slideshow. Gemini. Where are my Geminis at? Okay, here we go, Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Could be Venus. Okay, we're starting with love. Wow. Okay, Gemini, I'm proud of you, and I'll tell you why. You've got the Judgment card and Six of Swords. For you right now, this means there's a change when it comes to your love, to relationships. Okay. So this really is that you've had a real heart to heart with your higher self, your guides, and really been honest with yourself about what's going on in your relationships or what you want in relationships. With the Six of Swords here, that's really telling me you are ready to move into something that is much less, it's drama free, and where you're in a relationship that probably is much more supportive and better for your nervous system, your mental health, your wellness. So you're right now at the point, I would say, Gemini, where you're untangling energies you might have had in the past when it comes to relationships. So that's really fantastic. I'm feeling a lot of energy in this way as well, that it feels like you're excited about it, but in a very healthy, grounded way. So I'm excited for you. Again, if you guys are wondering, welcome in. We are reading all the zodiacs. We're going through each sign, and we are reading about love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. Please feel free to say hello when you come into the room. I'll be excited. We are right now working on Gemini. And if you're interested, I'm also on the tube of you, and you can see me over here because I have a whole slideshow, which kind of makes it nice as well, but it's up to you. Okay, so we're at Gemini. We're just looking at love. Now we're going on to career for Gemini for this week. Okay, what do we need to know about your career? So whether you are either just starting out a career, you've been at one for a while, or you're going to be leaving, this is for you, Gemini, wherever your prominent placement is. So let's see what we have for Gemini. Welcome in. Wow. Okay. I love when it's clear. Okay. Career. Here we go, Gemini. It looks like some of you are at least excited about starting something new in your career. So this could be in relationship if you're doing something new at the job you're currently at, or you're going to be starting something new. The energy looks fantastic, Gemini, as though it's just like a really good time to start something this week. Now, there's a lot of intense energy we know right now. Obviously, we've got a new moon and we've got an eclipse, but also a new moon is a new beginning, right? It's a brand new time. So it would be a good time to, if you have a prominent placement in Gemini, to sort of think about, okay, how can I either put a spin on the career I'm currently in, or I'm making a new move into something. Hi, the glam goddess of NY. It's good to see you. Nice to see you. So it definitely is a time of transformation and new things coming in as it relates to your career, Gemini. So let me know if you're a Gemini, let me know if you have a prominent placement. Okay, Gemini, this is for you. This is around finances for this week. Okay. Actually, you know what we're doing right now? We are doing something different. We are going through all the zodiac signs tonight. That's the reading we're doing. And we are currently on Gemini, and we are reading now about finances. I will be going live every night this week. And so I'll be on live almost every night at 5 o'clock. I'm going to be doing mediumship. You're a Virgo. Okay, well, stay tuned. And if you have any other prominent placements and anything else, we're going to be able to do that. But I'll also be making room tomorrow definitely for some paid readings. Gemini. Okay, Gemini sounds good. I'm so glad. Okay, so here we go. Finances for Gemini. Finances for Gemini. I'm excited. They want me to change decks. So let me just change my deck. Okay, they want that one to take a rest. Finances for Gemini. No, I haven't done Capricorn. We're on Gemini. You've got some time left, Firefly Healing. All right, here we go. Gemini finances. Thank you so much, Priscilla. This is a really interesting energy, Gemini. You've got the King of Cups and you have the Eight of Wands. Wow. Okay, finances. So first of all, there is a lot of movement here when it comes to your finances. And I also want to say the thing I'm noticing about is you've probably been working on how you feel about money. If you're not, this is an indication, Gemini, to be focusing on how do you feel about money. Having a healthy relationship with your finances is a really important part of manifestation. And I'm going to say that as you have this healthier relationship, as you're feeling lighter, as you don't as you're working through possibly blocks or fears around finances, Gemini. This is just a really good time to possibly invest in things that you've been wondering about, because this is a very quick energy. And it's also like, if you feel good about something, then it's maybe a good time to look at investing. Again, we are right now at Gemini, as Lilia said, and we are looking at finances for Gemini. This is all for this week with this new moon energy and also the eclipse. So welcome in, guys. That's what we're doing tonight. We're going around all of the signs. We are now on Gemini. We started with Aries. Okay, now we're going to health, wellness for Gemini for this week. Let's see what we're getting. I will also be going live tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm going to be doing mediumship this week. It's my birthday month, my birthday week. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things this week for all you guys, giving a lot away, doing a lot of free readings. So make sure you're signed up for notifications. You come back and see me. I'm doing mediumship Monday, right? Then we'll do tarot Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we'll do something wonderful. We'll see what we got. Okay. Now we're talking about health for Gemini and wellness. Okay. This is telling me right now, nine of swords, Gemini, and 5 of swords. This is really, thank you. My birthday's on Thursday. I'm a young on the early side Libra. If you guys can do me a favor and also go to the daily Heart Me, that helps me so much. Do these free readings as well as the daily goal is super helpful. Thank you so much. Again, this is Gemini and we're looking at your wellness. I think Gemini, this has to do with your mind, a busy mind. Okay. So we want to think about if your mind is really active or you feel like you're getting unnecessarily affected by your mind or the busyness of it, you want to make sure to take time to connect, because you're obviously, being an air sign, you have a lot of your mind is very fast, right? And you process things quickly, but make sure you're balancing that out with physical activity, breath work, right? And even if you need to do some writing or journaling, channeling, it's going to help you quite a lot. Okay. That's Gemini. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome. If you guys don't know me, my name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor. This is what we're doing tonight. We are doing a zodiac reading. We're getting into the last category of Gemini. We started with Aries. Stay tuned. Hello, Carey. Good to see you. And if you want to, we're also on the tube of you, because I have slides over there. You can kind of keep up. So we are now, as I mentioned, we are at Gemini, and we are looking now at spirituality. Again, anxiety, high, overselling my house. Oh, friend. Well, I'm glad you're here, right? I hope this gives you some comfort and peace and feeling good. Okay. So Gemini spirituality. Hey, Rachel. So good to see you, girl. So we are doing, again, this is really for the new moon and the eclipse energy. My guides were like, please go on and do zodiac reading. So we're doing zodiac, right? Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. If you guys can also do the daily Heart Me, again, we're doing all free readings tonight, zodiac. This is for the collective. If you find yourself either you want to pay attention to your sun, your moon, your rising, possibly your Venus. We are now looking at spirituality for Gemini, and then we're going to be moving on. Okay, we're going through all the signs. Started with Aries. What do we have? King of Swords, spirituality, and then the Death card. Very cool energy. So right away, when I'm thinking of spirituality, hi, Heber, thank you so much. When I'm thinking of you, Gemini, and your spirituality, and I'm looking at the King of Swords and then the Death card, okay, what this tells me right away is that you are at a very clear point on your spiritual path, at least, that's your intention. This is a good time for that. But I also feel like if you're feeling like you're at this end of the cycle of something, one thing that's going to really help you, I think, has to do with writing, possibly journaling, maybe even channeling, doing inspired writing in order to release the last bits of the cycle that you're on. Okay. So this really has to do with you. I'm seeing this image of you like moving through these clouds and moving to the other side of this, Gemini, right? And the way for you having so much strength in Mercury, Gemini, it's really important for you in order to clear out your thoughts and to calm your mind is to have a way to express yourself. So writing, and channeling, things of that nature, talking to friends, that's going to be an excellent way for you to process. Okay, guys, we are moving on to Cancer. Did I totally miss Taurus? Hang on. Did I do Taurus already? I did Taurus. Okay, good. That's why I have this thing, guys, or else I would be lost. I have to have over here on the tube of you, I have a slide presentation because I have to do it. Otherwise, I'm like, what sign are we on? Okay, good. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Again, if you guys are joining us, just to let you know, my name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. I've been reading for 35 years as a certified psychic medium. Amazing. I'm also a spiritual mentor or teacher. I do private readings. If you want more information, you can go to the daily, or sorry, down to Service Plus. This is what we're doing tonight. Tonight, this is my birthday week. So every night I'm coming on in the evening. Make sure you come back. And tonight we are doing zodiac readings for the entire zodiac. We are looking at love, career, finances, health, our wellness, and spirituality. We just finished Gemini. Now we're moving on to Cancer. If you have a prominent placement in any of those signs, this might be for you. So stay tuned. Thank you, Christy. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. My birthday's Thursday. So let's go, Libras. When is your birthday, Yessie, anyway? Okay, my birthday's Thursday. So what am I doing on my birthday week? I love giving back to my community. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing mediumship here, 5 o'clock. I'm also on the tube of you guys. So stay tuned. And when I'm on the tube of you, you're Tuesday. Oh my gosh, you're right away. We were birthday buddies. So here's what I want to say. When you're on the tube of you get the slideshow because I have to have a slide over there because I can see what am I reading? Okay, now we're moving to the sign of Cancer. We're looking at love for this week for Cancer. Hello. Oh, thanks, Amber. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is a total spontaneous live. I love it. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, whoa, and Mercury. I love that. And your North Node's in Gemini, and that was spot on. Okay, good. Ash had no idea you had that many planets in Cancer. Okay, here we go. Love. And we are talking about Cancer. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm saying this week. This is for Cancer. This is this week for Cancer. We're talking about love. Okay. What I'm really getting is that be mindful, Cancer rising, but stellium and Scorpio. So you listen to both. I love that. Amazing. We really want to work on releasing past time hurts and energy around the heart chakra, Cancer. As you're starting, maybe thinking about possibly a new relationship or being open, what are the things you need to pay attention to right now really is releasing and starting from a new place when it comes to relationships. So really trying to not bring forth things from your past into your present. That's not always easy, but that's what you want to focus on. You want to focus on healing that fourth chakra when it comes to love, Cancer. That's really what we're getting. Okay. This is for Cancer. This is love. We're looking at all of the zodiac signs tonight. We're on Cancer. Now we're moving on to career for Cancer. And if you guys want to be able to look at what I'm reading, I have a slides show over on the tube. It's kind of nice because then you can know where you are. Otherwise I would be I don't know where I am. Right. So here we go. This is career for Cancer for this week. And this is going to be specifically for because we're in a new moon, and then we also have the energy of this equinox, which is really challenging. That's why we're doing this reading tonight, because I really wanted to be able to connect with all of you to give as much guidance, insight, and channeled messages. Okay. Now we're going to move on to here we go. Are you guys ready? We're going to move now into career for the sign of Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, right? You get any of those prominent placements, Mars or Virgo. Mars or Venus. Okay, so this is really promising for your career. It feels to me like you're right now making these connections, maybe with new people, when it comes to your career. Okay. Now for Cancer, sometimes, you guys at moments, the placement of Cancer can be a little bit insular when it comes to Cancer rising as well. Okay, cool. So this can be, sometimes when it comes to the sign of Cancer and we're looking at career, sometimes you kind of like to keep with your small circle. I get that. Networking is not always your favorite thing, possibly, right? And that's okay. But I feel like we need to get out and connect maybe with some more people in relationship to career, to the sign of Cancer. Okay. So this was looking like, okay, I need to get out there and I need to maybe network a little in order to either re-engage parts of my career right now, or maybe make some connections and contacts to help improve things, or maybe get me in a better state framework with work, just as far as your own awareness. Sometimes this is really sort of stretching yourself. Okay, Cancer? All right. Now, Cancer, we are now looking at about finances when it comes to the sign of Cancer for this week. Okay. It's a big week astrologically. And my guides are like, you need to read the zodiacs this week. I don't always do this, but I'm thinking it. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please do me a favor. Check out my gift goal. That helps me a lot. Just kind of gets me out on the FYP. And then also please do the daily heart me. The other thing that people really like are the Go Popular ones, which you can give. That really helps my page. Thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to take a look at finances for Cancer. That makes sense, looking for work right now. Okay, Christy. Well, we'll hopefully bring you some encouragement and insight. Okay, friend? So we're looking at finances as well. This is for the sign of Cancer. We have the High Priestess coming out with the Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay. So here we go. Here we go, Cancer. So here's what's really coming in. You really, when it comes to your finances, this is really a time to be mindful and check in with your intuition regularly when it comes to spending, investing, and just in general management of your finances. Okay. Sometimes we have a conflict when it comes to our money, especially if we tend to be a little bit more emotional. And isn't that beautiful? When we tend to be a little bit more emotional, sometimes about parts of our lives, sometimes our spending and our finances really suffer. So make sure you're taking the time to really check in, maybe use your pendulum this week when it comes to investing. And should I maybe buy that thing I wanted to, or am I making an emotional purchase? So I would say we're wanting to kind of check in, do a little more checks and balances. Does that make sense? Again, we are now on the sign of Cancer. We are now looking at wellness, health. So if you're just joining us, welcome in. If you guys can do me a favor and just tap the screen, but also if you can do the daily heart me, that helps my page so much. Oh, isn't that amazing deck, Mika? I know. I love it too. It's so beautiful and feminine. I love it as well. Okay, now we are looking at health and wellness when it comes to Cancer. Okay, welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping the screen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that heart. I appreciate you joining my fan club. That means so much to me. Thank you, Terra Earth. That means a lot. Also, I love the gifts because that just kind of helps me get out on the FYP. Okay. All right. This is for wellness when it comes to Cancer. Okay. I love it. Okay. Here's what I'm getting. Ace of Cups and the Lover's card. Okay. This is a really nice energy when it comes to your wellness. Okay. I feel like right now, what we want to think about doing is doing things for our health that we enjoy doing, that we love to do. So this might be really trying to find what types of exercise routines do I think I can sustain and enjoy is what I'm getting for this week. I know I'm doing that as well. So, and what would that look like for me as a Cancer? Say, for example, like, what does it feel like when I really have to get behind and enjoy what I'm doing? Okay. So I'm feeling motivated. And sometimes we have to ask our guides, hey, can you give me a little more insight about what I should be doing as far as my health and wellness? Like, what would be a good approach? What kind of fitness should I be doing? And in order for you and your subconscious to get the buy-in, you're going to really want to enjoy it. So finding things that you like, Cancer, in order to stay healthy. Okay. Now we're moving into, again, we're in the sign of Cancer, and we are looking, if you're just joining us, we're going around the wheel of the zodiac, and we're looking at love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. We're right now on the sign of Cancer. Okay. So let's look at spirituality for Cancer and see what we have. Okay, guys, let's see what we have. Okay, again, we're getting the Three of Swords. This is the second time the Three of Swords has come up for our Cancers. Okay. So 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Okay. This is right now, it really is coming up again that, again, this came up with the love part of your reading. We want to maybe take some time this week to do some journaling around that heart chakra. That's part of your journey. And this is also how you speak to yourself, how you feel about yourself. This will be a really good time to do some energetic clearing. However you do that, whether you do that through journaling, breath work, meditation, Reiki, right? This might be a really good time to think about doing that when it comes to your spiritual path. Okay. All right. We are moving right through the zodiac, everybody. And oh my God, did a meditation today. And that was the exact picture I saw during it. Oh my gosh. Holy smokies. I love when that happens. I love that synchronicity. Okay. All right, guys. Now we are moving to the sign of Leo. Where are all my Leos at? I know I have one in here, Heber. Okay. So we're now looking at the sign. Oh, yeah. Let me see it again. I'll find it for you. Here it is. We love our Leos. That's for the 3 of Swords. Okay. How I talk to myself has come up for me a lot lately. Okay. I hope that this, Christy, that you can find, the angel. Oh, yeah. Let me find the angel. Oh, yeah. Hang on. That was the other card. Okay, you guys. Hello, Jersey. Good to see you. Again, tonight, guys, we are reading. We are going through the entire zodiac, and we are reading for love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. You definitely want to take a look at where these come up in your chart. If you need to look those up, you can go onto like astro.com. We are in the sign of Leo. So if you have sun, moon, rising in Leo, or maybe even your stellium in Leo, right? That my stellium is in Leo. So this might apply to you. So see what you got. Okay, so are you ready, Leo, when it comes to love? What do we need to know? What do we need to know for Leo for love for this week, for the new moon? Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Okay. Leo, I'm ready for you. Okay, we're getting the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Okay, let's be honest, Leo. If these are for the people who aren't in a relationship but looking at it, I feel like some part of you guys you're fighting with yourself about 2 things when it comes to relationships if you are not in a relationship. And that is, am I going to hold out and wait for the long-term thing, or I'm going to hold out and go with the right thing right now? So you're feeling a little bit of conflict. Again, this is Leo. If you're not in a relationship, not calling anybody out in specific by name, but again, this is for Leo. This is about love. We're going through all the zodiac signs and taking a look. So I would say, Leo, if you are feeling conflicted about, do I want to just maybe have something that's more of a fun fly-by-night thing, or am I going to be patient and wait for something more long-term? So you're going in between these things right now, Leo. Now, if you are in a long-term relationship, I want to say, I feel like in your relationship, you might be feeling some conflict, possibly, or look out for conflict this week. If you're feeling, maybe this is an undercurrent of energy of like when you've been in a relationship a long time. Thank you for the follow, Penny. Maybe you've been in a relationship a really long time, right? And you're sort of like, we need to spice it up a little bit. I'm just going to tell you. So maybe you and your partner, if this is you long-term in a long-term relationship for love, for Leo, maybe we need to think about doing something differently, having a different date night. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe doing something different together, maybe taking a class together, right? Learning a new language, right? That's what we're looking at. Okay, now we're moving into career for Leo. Again, tonight we're doing all zodiac reading, everybody. So stay tuned. Right now we are on Leo and we're looking at career. We started with Aries. We're going around the zodiac wheel. So if this isn't the type of reading you want, I will be going live tomorrow night at 5 p.m. and I will be doing mediumship, spirit led. So join me tomorrow night at 5. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so here we go with career. Okay, Leo, ready? Are you excited? Yes. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. Just keep making sure you guys are still awake. Ooh, new opportunities coming in for career, Leo. I love it. This is so clear. Okay, so again, this is for Leo. This is career. We're looking at the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So this would be, so if you are currently looking to build a new business or to grow in the business that is new for you, there's good opportunity this week. The energy looks really prime. And that's because we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is really showing us the seed of options to build or to invest in something. Okay. And then make sure whatever you do that in, you are excited about it. You feel passionate about it. If you are currently in your career for a while and working on something specific, like a project or something of that nature, right? Yep. Thank you, Yessie. I really am feeling like if you're feeling like you're trying to make a choice between, say, one project and another, this week is a good time to like tune into the thing that you feel a little bit more excitement about. That's what we're seeing with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a really good time to kind of go, okay, what am I excited about in the work I'm doing? Okay. And this is, again, if you're midway in your career, this is for Leo. All right. Now we're going to look at finances for Leo. Again, if you're just joining us, we are going around the zodiac sign for the new moon and for the eclipse. A lot of big energy. So we really are looking at that this week today. That's what we're looking at for this week. So we thought we would do that. We're looking at finances. Okay, Leo, I'm so proud of you. And let me tell you why. Thank you for the follow. Because you are Knight of Pentacles and then you are the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is excellent, Leo. This is really showing that you're at the point where you're ready to sort of release your limiting beliefs around your finances. This has taken a lot of courage on your part. I'm seeing it feels like you've been investing more in the things that will help you build your finances and your wealth over a long period of time with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very patient, dedicated energy. And so if you're looking at this in relationship to your finances, Leo, you're going to come out on top because you're absolutely being patient and waiting and knowing that you're going to get the reward at the end. So you're saving your money a little more right now, but also working on your mindset. Good job to the Leos. Okay, Leo, this is all about wellness. I'm going to say that in the interest of TikTok. Wellness, well-being. Okay, we all know what we're talking about over here. And this is for Leo. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. I love this deck, Yessie. It's beautiful. Okay, so here we go, Leo. All right, we love this. This is for your wellness, Leo. We have the High Priestess and the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is you really tapping into your intuition, Leo, when it comes to your wellness. You are really trying to also think of new ways, possibly this could be, say, for example, a new way of eating. This could be new, maybe changing up your exercise routine, right? This has a lot to do with you expanding maybe what you're doing in relationship to your health and your wellness. This is a really good combination energy together. And I think this is going to be something because you're looking long-term at the new season ahead of you, whether you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you're moving into fall, winter, or you're in the Southern Hemisphere and you're looking into spring, summer. You're like, okay, what can I do over a long period that I really like to do that's fun when it comes to my health? Welcome in, guys. Again, we're looking at Leo. We're going around the zodiac. We started with Aries. We're finishing up on Leo. Then we're going to be moving into Virgo. So stay tuned. Hi, Karen. I need to talk to you. Good to see you. We'll have to figure this out for next week, Karen. I'd love to see you for the reading. Okay, now we're looking at spirituality for Leo. Spirituality for Leo. We have Five of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay. All right, Leo, this is again for the upcoming week for the new moon as well as for the eclipse energy, right? So we have the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups with spirituality. I do really see you transitioning from a place of feeling a little bit more lonely, feeling a little bit more isolated. I know, right? And then moving into a place where you feel more connection. more connection when it comes to your spirituality and other people, and also a community. So I hope that this is making sense. And if you're not in that place yet, Leo, I am really feeling like now's a time to find your group. Now's a time to find a community that you resonate with. And if you're wondering, I do have a membership called Goddess Rising. You're more than welcome to sort of look up where my picture is, or you can ask me about it here on the tube. But that's a place of community, of friendship and fellowship, and it's a very safe and happy place to grow. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. Thank you for joining. Again, we just finished doing, if you're wondering what we're doing tonight, welcome in. And if you guys don't know me, hi, my name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor, and I'm so excited you're here. Tonight, we are doing zodiac readings. We're going through every single sign. And we are reading about love, career, finances, health, and spirituality. We are on the sign of Virgo right now. So if you have a prominent placement in Virgo, this is for you. Make sure you guys are also following me, because I'm going to be going live every single day this week because it's my birthday week. I'm going to be doing free readings all week. If you want to get a paid reading, I'm not doing them tonight, but you can either go and check out my Service Plus, or you can book another reading with me either during another one of the time slots I'm going live. Tonight's for everybody. Thank you for the heart me. Okay, so yes, and if you guys can help me with a daily heart me, that helps me so much get out on the FYP. Also, if you would be so kind, you can either send me the Go Popular or one of these little gifts. Mainly that's just for getting out on the For You page, so that way I can continue doing all these for free. It's so good to meet you guys. If you have any questions about development or building up your intuition, things like that, spirituality, I talk about all those conversations. Thank you so much for the gift. We're almost there, 80% there. Thank you. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Okay. We are now moving into Virgo. If you have a prominent placement in Virgo, can you guys put it in the chat? So if you have a sun, a moon, a rising, or a Venus or Mars in Virgo, can you guys let me know? Okay, let me know in the chat, and we're working on Virgo. If you guys are interested, I am right now on the tube of you. Virgo, sun and moon. Yes, we love that. Okay, well, I'm so glad you're here. Perfect. Okay, so Virgo, this is for you. We're talking about love. So I'll take a look at it from the angle, guys. Okay. What we're going to be looking at is if you're in a relationship or if you are wanting to be in a relationship. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lotus and Light. And also thank you for the follow. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. So tomorrow night is mediumship, 5 p.m. It's going to be all spirit-led mediumship. So make sure you guys are signing up for notifications. If you guys don't know me, welcome in. I'm excited. My name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor. I've been a certified medium for 35 years. Oh my goodness. That sounds really so long, doesn't it? Okay. Let's look at Virgo for love. Okay. That's what we're looking at. Virgo for love. Wow. Okay, Virgo. So for my Virgos, hello. Good to see you guys. Also, I'm going to be announcing something later this week for my super subscribers. We're going to be doing that. I'm redoing my whole subscriber thing here. So we're going to have subscriber only lives. Okay. Maybe twice a month. So stay tuned. I know that the subscribers are they're more of an investment, right? And they're $9.99 now. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more, but stay tuned. I'm going to be announcing it on my birthday, which is Thursday. Okay. Here we go, Virgo. Relationships. We have the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands. All right. This is a very interesting energy, Virgo. So this is something to pay attention to for you for this week. So what this is really saying essentially is that part of you might be moving into more romantic relationship if you're not yet in a relationship, or there's an interest here. Okay. There's a feeling also with you, some of you in Virgo, who I feel like there's a bravery coming through. That's what I'm hearing. Like I'm feeling a little more ambitious, a little bit more confident when it comes to relationships, right? And so, but at the same time, the smart thing is you're also being mindful of, well, maybe I need to also be careful and protect my boundaries. So there's a good balance coming through. So that's, if you're a Virgo and you're not in a relationship and you're wanting to manifest, that's what I'm picking up. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this is what I'm picking up on for Virgos for this coming week. So I feel like it's very important if you're in a relationship to make sure that you feel that you're in a partnership where you are celebrated and appreciated and admired. Okay. Or at least that your partner works on that. Because honestly, this energy has to do with someone who's really feeling confident in themselves with the King of Wands, who's feeling empowered, but also there's a need for boundaries with the Seven of Wands. So this is something to think about if you're currently in a relationship and there's some imbalances, and just making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Okay. That's for Virgo. Okay. Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is for about career. Let's see what we have. Okay, career. For this week, there's change going on. Ooh, Virgo. Yeah, there's change going on and you're moving in a better direction. So this is very auspicious, balanced. So the first thing, Virgo, for this week, for this new moon and for the eclipse, this is an energy of change, Virgo, when it comes to career. This could be also you feeling confident that if you make a change, you should know you're headed in the right direction, because this is the card of change. The wheels of change are moving, but then also on the other end is success with the Sun card. So this is a really important time for you to trust yourself, Virgo, which I know isn't always. I know you like to have like guarantees of things working out, but that's not always, you're not always afforded that. So that's a really important thing for you right now, Virgo, to make sure you're trusting as you're moving forward in your career. If you're making a shift or trying for something else, that things are going to work out in your favor, because that is the energy of this week for you. Okay. Trust yourself, Virgo. New things are coming on the horizon that are very positive. So I feel like some of you might even be wanting to leave your jobs and start something new. And this is just a confirmation. Okay. Again, if you're wondering what we're doing, welcome in. My name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. It's so good to meet so many of you. If you're joining me, I'm so happy you're here. Tonight, what we're doing is we are reading for the new moon and the eclipse. We're going around the zodiac and doing every single sign. Right now we're in Virgo. We are reading love, career, finances, wellness, and spirituality. And we are moving into finances for Virgo. This would be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, possibly, if you can relate to this, or if you just relate to possibly being more Virgoian. I'm a Libra too. Amazing, Angela. Nice to meet you. Okay, that's why I'm doing all these. My birthday is on Thursday. So when is your birthday, Angela? Okay, we're moving into finances now for Virgo. And also, if you guys are interested, I am on the tube and I have a whole slide presentation here. That way I can keep up and I can know what. Yes, we did Taurus, Caitlin. I'm so sorry. We did Taurus. But you can come back. If you come to my Tube of You channel, it'll be all time-stamped, Caitlin, if you want to watch it later. 10:04. Oh, okay, great. Yessie's birthday is this week. Angela is going to be on the 4th of October. Amazing. Welcome. Okay. This is finances for Virgo. Yeah. So if you guys want to watch this on the replay, it will be up on my Tube channel, and every sign will be time-stamped. So you'll know if you missed it. Okay. All right. Finances for Virgo. Ooh, okay. Here we go. All right. So we have some very emotional energy this week around you and your finances. Okay, Virgo. And we have the 5 of Cups, which is just has to do sometimes with grief, letting go, moving on, change, but also the 2 of Cups, which can be connected to relationships, but it's also your relationship with yourself. Okay. And as it relates to finances, there's a need to make sure, maybe Virgo, typically, if you look at your sign, you always aren't always emotional about income or money. But in this case, there could be some attachment to things about how money's coming in, how you feel about money. This is just a reflection of being mindful of your connection with finances. It's really important to understand, like, what is our relationship emotionally with our money? It really is. One of my manifestation teachers, who's like extraordinarily good at this, she'd had us do an exercise once where we literally we changed our relationship and really looked deeply at our connection with our finances. So I feel like that's what we're getting here, because we have the Five of Cups, which is a card of emotions, release, and grief. And then we have the card of connection. Okay. So let's take a look at that for you, Virgo. Okay. Virgo, we're now looking at wellness. This is for Virgo. This is for wellness. Again, if you're here, let me know in the comments. If you guys can do me a favor, do the daily heart me. Also, I have a gift goal here. Really helps me so much. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Also, if you can do the Virgo wellness. Thank you so much, Meadow. I appreciate you. And thank you for the gift. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the Go Popular. Those things really help my page. Thank you. Okay, here is wellness for Virgo. Wellness for Virgo. I have to be mindful of my words, as you know, of the words I use. Wellness for Virgo. Okay. So something I'm going to say this with Virgo that I'm feeling. I actually feel like part of your wellness, part of your health, is that you need to be able to, this looks like travel. You need to feel, Virgo, that you're getting out, that you're not stuck in your routine so much, that you're able to spend time. Possibly this could be traveling, even just doing something totally different in your own area, or planning a trip, because it feels to me like this is around health and wellness, right? For Virgo, some of the things that really cheer us up, I don't know about you, are when we look forward to a trip or we plan things that are coming up. Yes, you've been feeling this way. I love that. Thank you for that validation. And that really cheers us up. It gets us out of our routine and makes us feel like new things are coming. So I think that's an important part of you, especially Virgo, because you are such a physical person. So you want to make sure to take care of that. Okay. I love that. Okay. This is the last part. This is now for Virgo. We are looking at spirituality. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Carey. I am a medium and a mentor. And tonight we are going around the entire zodiac wheel, doing a reading for the new moon and also for the eclipse. We're at the last part of Virgo. We started with Aries. This will be time. If you are not able to watch this, this will be time-stamped on my Tube channel, which you can find that right here in my picture. And I'll be uploading this tomorrow. It'll be all time-stamped. So if you're not able to see it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It helps me tremendously. Okay, this is for Virgo for spirituality. Let's see what we got. Okay, again, this is an interesting energy for you, Virgo. We have the Two of Wands and we have the Justice card. Justice really has a lot to do with balance, right? Fairness, equilibrium, taking a look at things in a way that's fair. But then we also have Two of Wands, right? Which is a card of a beginning to be passionate about something, expansion. Okay. So as it relates to your spirituality, I feel like you do. I'm going to make a plug for this. That's what I'm hearing from my guides. Is just making sure to integrate some type of a spiritual practice, even if it's small, into your daily routine this week. Investing in just 10 minutes of meditation this week, Virgo, is going to really help you a lot. It's going to help you feel more expansive. It's going to help you feel clearer. It's going to help you release some of the undue stress that you're feeling. And in general, it's going to make you feel more connected to your intuition. Okay. All right. Now we are moving into all my Libras. Who's here? Who's a Libra? I'm a Libra. Yes, he's a Libra. If you have a sun, moon, or rising in Libra, Here we go. Thank you, Meadow. I'm not doing personal questions tonight, but make sure you sign up for notifications because this week I am doing a lot of free readings. Tomorrow night is Spirit-Led Mediumship at 5 p.m. You're welcome, Sandy. Oh, we have another one. We have To Be Prosperous on the 18th. Yay! So I'm not answering personal questions tonight. These are all Zodiac readings. So now we're moving into Libra. So if you have a sun, moon, right? Thank you, Amanda, so much for follow. So if you have a sun, moon, or rising in Libra, or even you have a Venus in Libra, this reading is for you. Now, we have a lot of big energy going on. That's why my guides want me to do this tonight. Okay. We have the new moon energy, which is always a good time for learning, for putting your intention forward and manifesting, because the moon is opening. It starts to set your intentions. You want to imbue your intentions into the new moon energy, but also we have an eclipse. So it's a very intense time. And that's why we're doing these readings tonight. Okay, Libra, let's look at love. So for those of you asking questions about love, this is for you if you're a Libra. So let's say, for example, this is for those that are not in a relationship. That's who I'm reading for first. Then those who are in a relationship. Okay, so if you're not currently in a relationship and you're a Libra, this is going to be for you, or if you have that intention. Okay, we have the Two of Wands and the Eight of Swords. This is really showing me then when it comes to you looking at certain relationships, or wanting to have a relationship, or wanting to connect, there is you're coming up against your own limitations in your mindset. So this is a really good time this week if you're looking at wanting to manifest a healthy, vibrant relationship. You want to really look at what is your mindset around that. What are you telling yourself? Is your mindset throwing off how you feel about the energy of manifesting a relationship or getting something healthy? And this is where you want to really work on your inner work. This might be a really good time, Libra, for working on affirmations, guided journey work, visualizations, meditations, things of that nature. It's a really good time to get into that. Okay. If you guys also make sure you check out my Tube channel, because I have a lot of videos and readings I've done on there that are longer form content around these topics, which I hope you'll find helpful. Now, this is for Libras who've been in a relationship for a while. That would be me. Two of Wands and the Eight of Swords. This is really a good time if you're in a long-term relationship, Libra, for you to maybe take a look at how you've been limiting your viewpoint of your partnership, and to start looking at it from an expansive manner, because we have the 2 and we have the 8, which make a 10. That means an ending of cycles. Okay, so Libras, it's time to turn the page if you're in a relationship and you want to just have a difference of opinion or look at things differently. Okay, that's really what I'm getting. If you feel like you've had imbalance in your relationship, look at it from a fresh new place of eyes. Okay, Libra? All right. Now, they want me to change my deck. They have me do that. So I'm going to change my deck. So just a second. Let me see what they're having me grab. Stick with me, friends. Again, if you are here, welcome. My name is Carey, and we are doing Zodiac readings, and we are going around the wheel. And right now we are at Libra. And so Libra, we are about to look at career. We started out with Aries. We are now at Libra, and we're moving into a different deck because my guides told me to change decks. Libra, hey, babe, 444. That's my number, 444, babe. Okay, here we go, Libra. Now we're at career. Are you guys ready? What do we need to know? Okay, love this. We have Angel of Balance, ha, 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 for career. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? Since we're Libras here. And then we have Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. Okay, everybody, Let me know in the comments. Thank you for the follow, Carla. I appreciate you. Okay, got you. Okay, guys. So here's what this is for Libras. Okay, this is what we're really looking at is if, let's say, for example, with career, like you said, you're not employed at the moment, or you're looking up for a change, you're wanting something else. But then we also have the door to opportunity and healing. This would probably be a really good time for you this week to really decide what would make me happy in a career. Like how would I feel? What would the terms be like? What would the circumstances be? What kind of environment am I in? I think you really need to take a look at that. And then also if there's any, disconnections there or some not more negative feelings around that, that's something you want to work on, like with journaling, meditation, healing, things of that nature. Because with the angel of balance, that is essentially a Libra energy, but also you want to really look at what makes you happy, right? Happiness and healing, very important energy for you, Libra. Okay, so that's career, Libra. Now we're going to finances, Libra. Okay. All right, here we go. And if you guys are just joining us, welcome. My name is Carey. I am a medium and a mentor. Tonight, we are on the Tube of You. Of course, we're on TikTok, and we are reading the wheel from the Zodiac for everybody. We started with Aries. We're now at Libra. We're going around the world, right? And now we're looking at today for each sign. We're looking at love, career, finances, health or wellness, and spirituality. Okay. We're now moving into finances for Libra. So let's see what we got. Now, in some instances, this is if you're going to be looking at things like if you are in a relationship or if you're not, and also if you are in a career you love or if you're not. So we're kind of addressing those things. Okay. Finances for Libra. Let's see what we need to know. Okay, we have Archangel Shamuel, and then we have financial constraint. I mean, you can't make it up. Really, you can't make it up. So you're married. Okay, me too, me too. All right, this is for finances, guys. This is for finances. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Isn't that crazy? Because it says financial constraints. I don't even know. You can't make it up. Okay, here we go, Libra. Here's what I want to tell you. If you're feeling pinched in your pocketbook, Libra, this is a sure sign to start bringing in some archangelic energy. So if you're feeling, again, limitation around finances, you're feeling any fear around your money, you have a sense of being shut down, you want to get to it right away, this is validation to start working with the archangels. Oh my God, all I have in my pocketbook is Lynn. But this is really true. Start bringing in the archangels into your space and ask them to help you, right? Ask them to help you because they'll clear up blockages. They'll help you get a little bit more clear on next steps. They'll help things in general because they are sort of like the framers, the frame makers of the universe, right? Thank you so much. You're welcome, Bae. So bring in the archangels around your finances, Libra, okay? All right, next we have wellness for Libra. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome. We are doing the zodiac signs. We're going around to every single sign. We are right now, yeah, that's a good one. We are right now on Libra. We are streaming both from the Tube of You, and we are also here, of course, live on TikTok. Welcome in, welcome in. This is really special. My name's Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. I'm going to be streaming live every night this week. It is my birthday week, so a little bit of extra. I'll be doing mediumship tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you sign up for notifications and you're following along. All right, friends. Okay, next, what are we working on? We are working on wellness. Wellness and health, that's what we're looking at for Libra, okay? Right away, we're getting broken heart, and then we're getting a thinking man, okay? So we have two different energies going on. So again, we're talking about wellness, okay? So what I have to tell you with this, more than likely, is that this, if there's any imbalances with your wellness, we'll put it that way, or your health, then you want to start with looking at your mindset first. You want to look at, how do I talk to myself? What's going on in the background of me? Do I judge myself, right? How do I look at different situations? All these things can really affect your wellness. When you put pressure on yourself, when you put pressure on your circumstances, it creates more stress in the body and in the mind and in the physicality. Okay. So you want to think about investing into things like meditation, journaling, walking, even connecting with friends. I feel like all these things are going to be really important for you guys in order to gain balance. And I say this for myself as well. So that's for Libra. Okay. Woo, we love Aquarius. Okay. We've got a ways to go till we get to Aquarius, but stick with us. If you guys aren't able to stay through all this, don't worry. This will all be uploaded tomorrow and time stamped if you go onto my Tube of You page. All the info is on my picture. Okay, now we're looking at spirituality for Libra. Then we're going to be moving on to Scorpio, so stay tuned. Spirituality for Libra. Ooh, here we go again. This makes a lot of sense. Archangel Raphael, right? We love him, the healer and the storm warning. Okay, so Libra, again, this is for this week. Okay, I feel like this is a real time you've got to lean into your spiritual practices. Make sure this week, especially, there's so much going on in the world that can easily trigger us. Okay. It's easy to get thrown off your center of access. And you want to make sure that you're doing something simple each day to make yourself feel grounded and stable and connected to your heart and your intuition. So making sure to take time. Now, if you need help with that, call on your guides, right? Call on the archangels. Archangel Raphael is very good at that, I must say, to keeping you kind of gently on track. All right. That is Libra. We are moving on to Scorpio. Where are my Scorpios at? Okay. So first of all, I have a lot of planets in Scorpio. So I always listen to Scorpio. So if you have a sun, moon, a rising in Scorpio, right? I love that too. Or if your Mars or your Venus is in Scorpio, this could be for you. Or if you have a partner that is a Scorpio, this could also be for them. So here we go. This is for Scorpio. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, guys, here we go. Okay, Scorpio, let's look at it. You have Sun, Venus, and Mercury in Scorpio. Love that. Love that. You have a lot too. I know I have a lot in Scorpio too. I have like 3 planets there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. All right. This is for Scorpio, and we are talking about love. Wow. Okay, so first of all, again, I did shuffle the deck. We have Archangel Raphael here when it comes to love. So this is definitely heart chakra. He is connected to the heart chakra. He is known for healing and getting you into a place of universal love and acceptance. I mean, I do too with Christy. I do too. I really, really do. Right. But then we also have contract. Okay. And I'm kind of getting a different thing about this than you might think. So something I want to tell you when it comes to love, I'm feeling like right now, probably, and you may not know this consciously, but stick with me. There is you releasing energy around soul contracts around relationships. Okay. So this is a different time for you. You're getting out of relationships that make you feel bound, make you feel limited, possibly cause some, I would say probably some imbalances in your life. I think that's like super important to remember that when you're going, often with relationships, what we're dealing with are karmic contracts. So those things can make us often be unconscious in our relationships. So you want to take a step back and think about, okay, what is my intention that tracks for you? Yeah. And what do I need to let go of? And the nice thing about when you're working with karmic contracts, you've got to start doing some healing work around that, but you can definitely start bringing in some of the things we've already talked about here, which is working with the archangels, doing meditation, guided journey work, things of that nature. Those things all can help quite a lot. Okay. All right, Scorpio, who's with me? Now we're going to look at career for Scorpio. This is for the week of this week, new moon and the eclipse energy. That's why I'm on here tonight. If you're wanting to come back and you're not able to stay for the entire reading, you can go onto my Tube of You page. Everything will be time stamped if you're wanting to check that out. So let's go ahead and go towards career for Scorpio. Okay. Thanks for being here, guys. Scorpio, where are we at? Sun, moon, rising. Ooh. All right, we have Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is very much connected to your spiritual path, which is very interesting since we're talking about the career, but we're also getting the temple path. So this is for Scorpio. So I'm going to say for those of you who relate to this is if you feel like you are led to do spiritual work professionally. I feel like that's or if you feel you want to do that and as, part of a big part of your life, this is for you if you are a Scorpio. Okay. So one of the things when you feel called to do a spiritual business, okay, is that often what happens is that's where if we don't have any business experience, Scorpio, that's where we want to learn and simplify things a bit to think, okay, how can I build this as a business, right? And maybe there's overwhelm coming in, Scorpio, possibly. And like, where do I start? How do I grow the business? So this is a really good time to, of course, lean into understanding what types of things you enjoy doing when it comes to the work that you have going on, okay? So this is a really important time for you, possibly, Scorpio, of like, you are being led, okay? That's something I'm really getting because this is two spiritual cards with Shamuel and the temple path, but also you can be a person, you could maybe do any type of career, but you look at it as an act of service, right? You're starting a private spiritual mentorship this week. Amazing. I'm excited for you. Congratulations, Christy. That is amazing. I know I have a few new clients myself this week that I've been bringing on. A lot of people are setting us up. It's a very exciting time, right? Really good. I'm so excited for you. Okay. Next, we're looking at finances. Okay. For Scorpio. Okay. It's like I shuffle and I get the same. Let's try it one more time. Okay, Scorpio, welcome. And if you guys are new, welcome. My name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. If you're just joining, I'm so excited you're here. I like to tell people a little bit about what I'm doing tonight. I do a variety of different types of readings here. Tonight, we're doing a reading for the new moon and for the eclipse. We are going through the wheel completely of all the zodiac signs. Right now we're on Scorpio. And just because my guides are like, well, you really need to do this tonight because everything is so upside down right now with the energy. And so I thought it would be really helpful. So right now we're looking at Scorpio and we're looking at finances. Believe me, you came right in. Oh, good. Okay. So if we went through your sign already, which might be very likely, this will be all time stamped and put on my Tube page. If you want to know what my channel is, it's the same as here, but you can go right here. So if you missed your sign, it will be there. We've already done, we are now on Scorpio. We started with Aries. Okay. Okay. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow night also, it's my birthday week. And so tomorrow night I'm going to be doing mediumship at 5 p.m. So make sure that you sign up for that. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's look at finances for Scorpio. Just see what's the energy. Wow. All right. So a couple things are going on. We got the healer of all ages, and then we have a journey. Okay. So what this is really telling me right now is that likely when it comes to your finances, you're with many of us along this journey, that you're in the process right now of probably healing your relationship with your finances. A lot of people are. Okay. So there is honestly, everything is energy and money is energy. So if you have a way that you shut down around finances, around looking at your finances, if there's a way that you feel a disconnection from your finances, this is definitely something you want to start working on the energetics of that. because everything sort of starts at that level. If you feel blocked or avoidant of your finances, or if you feel like it's feast or famine, we have to think about these things, because it's how we're going to approach our relationship with money is going to affect us either in a positive way or a negative way. Okay. All right. Next, again, we are on Scorpio and we are looking at wellness or health. Okay. So we are looking for Scorpio. We're going through all the signs of the zodiac and we are looking at wellness for Scorpio. All right, here we go. So we have door to spirit and then we have deceit. Okay. Door to spirit and then deceit. Okay. Are we ready? Here we go. All right. So just this is Scorpio again, in relationship to health and wellness, I want to say it's so important. This week, especially, I'm hearing that we want to be really honest with ourselves, Scorpio, about what our habits are. Our habits, what habits are not for our best interest when it comes to our health. So you want to think about, things like, how's my nutrition? How's my water intake? How's my stress level, right? Am I getting exercise? How's my mindset? So this is something where you want to be really honest with yourself. It's better for you to be the one to tell yourself that you're out of balance than to have someone else tell you, right? It's like, I don't want anyone else to ever tell me I need to make a change when it comes to my wellness. I want to do that myself. Who's with me on that one? So that's for you, Scorpio. So this week is a really good week to lean into that. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your spirituality. Again, we are going through the wheel and looking at all different zodiac signs. If you also want to join, we're also on the Tube of You. We are now moving into the last part of Scorpio. They will then be moving into Sagittarius. So welcome in. If you have a sun, moon, rising, any of these signs, or possibly a Venus, this is for you. All right. This is spirituality for Scorpio. Okay, this is very interesting. We have man holding a coin. And then we also have adjacent possibilities. That's super interesting. So when it comes to, this reminds me a lot of the Akashic Records. So I teach a class on the Akashic Records. So if you guys are interested, I'm doing a free workshop on Saturday. If you're interested in learning how to open up the Akashic Records and spend time in there, you can register by going to my picture, and there's easily a sign there on my link tree. Shouldn't say that too loud. I just screwed that up. Anyway, that's okay. So anyway, there, and then we have man holding a coin. So for me, I want to let you know, when it comes to spirituality, you can work on the energetics. Well, like we talked about, this seems to be important, of your finances by working on your energy on a more subconscious level. And you can do that through meditation and also energy work. And I think this is for Scorpio. That's the recommendation for this week. I'm really going to give you that advice as opposed to, trying to do more of a reading. I think that's coming through as advice. Okay. All right. We are moving on to Sagittarius. Now, who is a Sagittarius? This would be for Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, possibly. That's my moon is in Sagittarius. So welcome. Thank you, Rebecca, so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate you. Sag rising, Raven. Sag rising. We love that. Okay, good. All right, guys. So we've got a bunch of Sages coming in here. So we are now going through the wheel. And I know that Lilia is a Sagittarius. Yay. All right, guys. So we're going to get started. We are right now reading all the signs of the zodiac. We started with Aries and now we're going to Sagittarius. Okay. We are doing this for the new moon and also for this incredibly intense Sagittarius, stellium, Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus. Oh, wow. You have a lot. Amazing. Good stuff. So anyway, so Sagittarius, very powerful sign, everybody. We're going to start with love. And again, if you're in a relationship, we'll take a look at that. If you're looking for a relationship, we'll take a look at that. Okay. These are for all my Sages. We love the Sag stellium too. That's pretty powerful. Powerful stuff. Okay. I feel like I'm pulling a little bit of Oracle and I'm pulling a little bit of tarot for both for this. Okay. So let's see what we got. All right. This is for Sag, for love. Let's start with those who are already in a relationship. Okay. The Magician and King of Swords. Ooh, yeah. This is Sagittarius. If you're in a relationship, I'm here for it. Okay. So this is a really powerful time in your relationships right now, Sagittarius, to be very honest about what you want to experience. This is the Magician card. That's the King of Swords. So when it comes, please be sure to be honest in your relationships. Make sure to lean in to having really clear conversations that are clear, but also have a sense of, because we all know that the energy has been very intense lately. So we want to be mindful of saying words that have kindness in them, but that they're honest. So that's what we're getting here with the King of Swords and also the Magician. So this is really an energy, Sagittarius, for relationships of, you know, whatever you want to experience or whatever you are wanting to work on or what you're wanting to do together in your relationships. You want to make sure to do it with a sense of clarity, because you've got that King of Swords there, which is really kind of saying, I thrive when things are clear, both mentally and also with my words. Now, if you are not, just as gentle as I needed to hear that. Good. Yeah, right. Now, if you are a person who's not in a relationship, and you are wanting to get into a relationship, here's the advice for you, for Sagittarius, for love. Okay. Whatever you're wanting to manifest in a relationship, I'm really getting the sense is you really want to be clear the type of relationship you want. Okay. You want to visualize it. You want to write it down. You want to imagine how it would feel to be in that relationship. Okay. Be conscious, Sagittarius, of what your intention is so that the spirit world can know what to bring you. Okay. It's very important. Clarity is very important when it comes to manifestation. Okay. So this, if you say to spirit, just bring me whatever you want me to eat, or just bring me whatever you think I'd like, you're going to miss out on something. So being very articulate and clear with it is very important. Okay, again, we are reading for Sagittarius. We're going around the entire zodiac, and we are reading for each sign. We started with Aries, and we're going all the way around the wheel. So here's the thing. It is a new moon, and it's also the eclipse. So for me, the new moon is when you're putting out your intentions really clearly. And because of this very intense eclipse energy, it's really easy to get off track. So we're trying to be as clear as possible. So we're moving Sagittarius. We're going on to career. So welcome in. Hi, Guy. How are you? So good to see you. All right. So here we go. Career for Sagittarius. What are we doing? Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Wands. Wow, this is pretty fantastic. Okay, what I'm hearing here for you for career, Sagittarius, this is really a time where you want to understand you have a lot of experience, more than you know, that will help you on your career path. Okay, so that here's what I'm feeling. Like some of you, you know, if you're thinking about switching careers, Sagittarius, some of your abilities, your skill set are very transferable into a new career. So don't limit yourself to thinking that because you haven't done something specifically or a career title that you don't have the skills that would be required to fulfill the role. That's what I'm getting. And then the Six of Pentacles is very much an equanimity. It's a give and take when it comes to career. So it just means you're making sure that I just keep getting this feeling, Sagittarius, you want to make sure that you're getting what you deserve, that you're not shortchanging yourself. Okay. And if you guys are new, welcome. My name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor. And if you guys don't know me, I'm so excited you're here. We are going around the entire zodiac sign, and we're reading for the new moon and also for the eclipse. So I just felt the need to come on and do readings around that for each sign. We are working right now. Aren't the owls wonderful? We are working right now on Sagittarius. Okay. We started with Aries, and we are going to go right now into finances for Aries. Also, to let you know, you can follow me on the Tube of You. I'm over there as well. If you want to come over, I have it's kind of nice over here because I have a whole, basically slides that go along with my reading. So everybody can know where we are. Most of all me, so I know what I'm reading about. Okay, so this is finances for Sagittarius. We have the Knight of Wands and the Temperance card. Okay, thanks for joining. This has a lot to do with, again, finances. Okay, when we're getting the Knight of Wands and the Temperance card, this is really asking for balance with your finances. This is asking you to not to exceed what you have to invest. That's what I'm hearing, especially this week. It's important to make sure that you have enough, I'm hearing, kind of saved up in order to invest in the things that you're interested in. So there may be a need to pause some things that you've been wanting to spend money on. Okay. The Knight of Wands tends to be very impulsive. And so the Temperance card is really saying lean back a little when it comes to finances. Like maybe now is not the right time to put your money towards something. But you might even just wait a week or so. It doesn't mean that you're never going to. It just means taking a pause for the time being is what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense. So just to let you know, if you missed your sign, we started at Aries and we're working our way around. We're at Sagittarius now. This will all be uploaded onto my Tube of You channel, time-stamped, so everybody knows, can go back and look at their reading later. So be sure to join me over here. That you can find right with where my picture is. Also, just so you guys know, I do private readings. If you're interested in that, you can also go there, or you can go to my Service Plus. Okay, now we're going to be looking on. Thank you, Betsy, for joining my fan club. Joining my fan club helps me so much, guys. Get out, do this work for just being able to come online and do this as much as possible. So thank you for being here. It means a lot to me to keep tapping the screen and sharing the live. I do have a bit of a gift goal. So let me just kind of put it up there. Actually, we got it up. Thank you for everybody who joined the gift goal. That really helps me a lot. So let me just make sure I'm adding that. Hang on one sec. One sec, everybody. One sec. All right, let's go ahead and do something fun here. Okay, so we're going to do these, and then we're going to do that, and then we're going to do that. So if you guys can help me with my gift goal, it's that little heart one. It really helps my page so much. I feel that finances read. I've been reevaluating its subscriptions and such. Me too, Amber. Who's looking at their subscriptions? I was going to go on to Rocket Money, and go through and go, I don't need that. I don't need that. Right. It's really good. I'm in the same place. And you know me, I have a Sag moon, so I gotta take care of my business. Who's with me on that? Again, we're reading Sagittarius. That was finances. Now we're moving into wellness, health, wellness. When it comes to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. This could also be your Venus. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be around your wellness. Okay. 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. Okay. So here's what we're getting when it comes to your wellness. Okay. Something specific I'm getting is especially around this. I want you to think about something. I want you to think about that your wellness, you're being able to get healthy, does not have to cost any money. Okay. You could easily watch videos on YouTube. There's an amazing woman named Yoga with Adrian. She does it completely free, that you can actually be able to, because I feel like we're dealing with finances and then feeling like, I want to be able to get healthy, but I don't have the money. Okay. Or I don't have the time. That would be another one. Here's what I'm going to say. A small amount of effort when it comes to your health, Sagittarius, is going to go a long way, right? Yeah, she's so good. She's so good. So don't make excuses, Sagittarius, about why you can't get healthy. Like, I can't afford this kind of food. I can't afford a gym membership. I can't do this. Don't make excuses, Sagittarius, around your wellness. You only have one physical body and mindset. So find the things that you can do within what you have. Okay. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome. So glad you're here. My name is Carey Kaas. I'm a medium and a mentor. And I'm doing absolutely free zodiac readings right now. We're going around the entire zodiac. We're at Sagittarius. We started Aries. If you missed your sign, whether it be sun, moon, rising, you can find this entire live, because I'm also right now on the tube, and everything will be time stamped. You can check that tomorrow. Okay. Next, we're going to do spirituality when it comes to Sagittarius. Okay. Thank you for being here. If you guys can do me a favor, it helps me so much to tap the screen, of course, but also if you can do the daily heart me, helps me so much. And the go popular down there is really helpful. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm so excited to meet you. Let me know where you're coming from. Sagittarius, this is for you with your spirituality. Then we're moving on to Capricorn. How many Capricorns do we have in here? Okay, here we go. Spirituality. 9 of Wands, releasing burnout. That's what I'm hearing. And the 7 of Cups. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. I think, hi, Massachusetts. Love it. I love that state. Here's what I'm saying about spirituality and Sagittarius. Okay. I do feel like some of you are experiencing burnout right now, big time burnout, Sagittarius. And so there's a feeling of overwhelm here. Okay. But remember, your spiritual practice, just like your exercise, can be as small and as simple as you need it to be. It does not have to be extravagant. You do not have to put in hours and hours in order to connect with your intuition and your guides. And so simple is best, because simplicity, when it comes to your spirituality, Sagittarius, is going to be the best thing you can absolutely do in order to get back to a place of like health and balance and harmony, and also developing this spirituality, right? Thank you for the follow, Hallie, excuse me. Okay, we're moving on to Capricorn. Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for being here. If you are new, please say hello so I can say hello back. My name is Carey. I am a medium and a mentor. Every night this week, I'm going live. Tonight, we're going around looking at all of the signs. What are that you need to know for the new moon, and also for the eclipse. Okay. We're going to be going next to Capricorn. If you want to come back and watch this later, you can go to my tube channel. Everything will be time stamped. Okay. We are now moving on to Capricorn. So we're going to be doing Capricorn. Then we're going to be doing Aquarius and Pisces. Okay. That's what's left. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Maria, for the gifts. I appreciate you. That's so sweet of you. You're so kind. Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you. So sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. You always do that. You're so kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. This is for Capricorn. Where are my Capricorns at? My daughter is a Capricorn. Okay. I got a lot of love. Thank you, Maria. Okay. They want me to change decks. So let me change my deck. Just a second. Stick with me, guys. We're going to go to the Crow Tarot. Stick with me. I just saw her. Stick with me. Hang on. Okay, we're going to Crow Tarot for Capricorn. All right, here we go. All right, Capricorn, who's ready? We're going to be looking at love first again. Capricorn moon here. Here we go. Okay, Capricorn, Bejeweled by Bianca. Okay, Capricorn, if this is your sun, moon, or rising, or possibly Mars or Venus, those can apply. Or if you just in general relate to Capricorn, fantastic. So we're looking at love. Okay. So just as a note, when we're looking at love, first we're going to look at those who are already in relationships. Then we're going to look at those who are interested in getting in a relationship. If you're a Capricorn. Okay, here we go. You ready? All right. This is for love. This is for love for Capricorn. Okay, interesting energy going on here. If you're in a relationship and you're a Capricorn, you ready? We have the World card and we have the High Priestess. So for Capricorns right now, if you're in a relationship, this is really either suggesting to you as you and your partner are likely completing some cycles. So maybe you're like me, you're turning into an empty nester, or maybe you're new to having children, you're thinking about having children, wherever you are in your relationship journey, if you're with a partner, I feel like we have new things going on, but also things ending. So if things are feeling a little off balance, Capricorn, this is a really good time to lean into trusting your intuition. Because everything too has a season, right? Sometimes when we're moving out of something into something else, it feels a little chaotic. It feels like we don't have all the answers. It feels like we have to wing it a little bit. Okay. This is again for Capricorns who are in relationships. All right. So this is a really good time for you to sort of honor your cycles with your partner. So true. We just had our 10-year wedding anniversary on Friday. Definitely a completion. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's amazing. Congratulations. Okay. Now, if you're not in a relationship, Capricorn, but you're wanting to manifest a relationship, here's what I'm getting. There might be some things you need to let go of and complete before the new person comes in. Okay. And sometimes what that means, and sometimes that can be difficult because we want things to make sense. We want to know when it's coming, but sometimes that it really is one of those things that you have to trust the process and then lean into what your intuition is telling you about when this person will come, or what do you need to know about a possible relationship coming in. Okay. Again, that's Capricorn. That's love relationships. Okay, Capricorn. Next, we're looking at career. And if you're just joining us, welcome in. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor. Tonight, we are reading all the zodiac signs for the new moon and for the eclipse. And if you have missed your sign, don't worry. What we can do is that this will all be uploaded and time-stamped, okay? And it will be on my Tube of You page, okay? So be sure to check it out. Also, if you guys can help me with my gift goal, you guys, it really helps me a lot. And it gets me out there on the FYP. It gets me being able to do these readings for free. It helps me tremendously. So if you're able to, that will be so helpful. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I've got this going. So thank you for being here. We are at Capricorn. Where are we? Okay. All right. We don't want to do that necessarily. Okay. Where are we? All right. Okay. So here is the goal, guys. Here is the goal. Let's go ahead and pin that goal. If you guys can help me with this, that helps me so much. It's a really easy one, but it helps me a ton. Okay. All right. We are on Capricorn. We are looking at career. So here we go, friends. Sun, moon, rising for Capricorn. All right, friends. This is a tough one, but it's a goodie. All right. So we are looking at career. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you, Jana. Okay. Career. Are you guys ready? I feel as though some of you specifically, thank you, Annabelle. Appreciate you. I feel like some of you guys specifically right now, when it comes to your career, it's financial. This is 9 of Swords in the upright. Thank you so much. This is 9 of Swords in the upright with a 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And again, this is for Capricorn. We're talking about career. Okay. So one thing I want to let you know is it definitely feels to me like right now, you might be Capricorn making a change in your career to want to earn more money. Okay. But you have a little bit of, I would say, nervousness or anxiety around, okay, how am I going to do that? How's it going to go if I make a change? How's it going to go if I ask for more? How's it going to go if there's a shift? Okay. But I really want to let you know, like, the reason why it feels intense right now is because you're just about to make a shift. My business mentor made this really wonderful analogy, and she said that when some of her clients, myself included, are about to make a big up level, they have a sense of nervousness because they're about to jump to the next level. And this is you with your career. Okay. So in general, I think let yourself be in that place and know that you are about to expand into something greater. Okay. That's what I'm getting. So this could be at your job currently or where you're moving towards. Now, again, yes, does that make sense, Bianca? Okay, good. So now we're looking at finances for Capricorn. I think we always want to earn more money. That's a Capricorn for you. Exactly. Mary Grace. Oh my God. How are you? I miss you. Okay. Here we go, friends. Hello, Pasha. How are you? It's so good to see you. How are you, friend? Okay, so we are doing Capricorn. Okay. We are reading all the signs of the zodiac. If you're just joining us, I know I can't wait to see you this week. Thank you for joining my club. And if you guys can join my club, just like Mary Grace did, that helps me so much. Get out there on the FYP. Okay, guys, here we go. We are doing Capricorn and we're looking at finances. Okay, finances for Capricorn. If you're here, I'll let you guys know what we're doing. Okay, this is again, it's all about the money. Okay, Capricorn. Are you guys ready? Oh, I love it. Okay, we have Ace of Pentacles and we have 4 of Pentacles. Okay, stick with me. So again, this goes on the heels of what we were saying with career, Capricorn. You're at this place where you know you want to expand possibly and either invest in doing something else when it comes to money, wanting to earn more, but also you're a little bit concerned about rocking the boat or letting something go, and if you have enough of what you need in order to make the leap. So this is a really good time right now. You're in a new moon energy. You're coming out of this like energy of the eclipse where you can look at, where am I holding on to something? Okay, Capricorn, where do I need to budge and let go? You feel me? Okay. All right, that's for Capricorn for finances. Now we're looking at wellness for Capricorn. Again, after this, we are going to be doing Aquarius and then Pisces. If you missed your sign, either for any of these placements, this is recorded and it will be uploaded and live on my Tube of You channel tomorrow with all the timestamps, with all of the different signs. Okay, so be sure to check that out. Thank you for viewing the products. Thank you guys. If you guys can help me get to my gift goal, that helps me so much on the page. Thank you so much. Love it if you can. Okay, Capricorn, let's look at wellness. Thank you so much for being here again. We have the Hermit card coming out. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. This is your sign. I mean, hello. So we have a Virgo energy with a Capricorn energy right next to you. Okay, this is you. I feel like when it comes to your health, you're very practical. And right now you're looking at, okay, what do I enjoy the most? You're reflecting on like your health journey. What do I enjoy the most? What are my practices or my habits that I have around my health and wellness? And what can I do in relationship to improving my health? So you might have some resistance and it may not go really quickly when it comes to making changes related to your wellness, but it's something right now that it seems like you're examining or looking at. Okay, Capricorn. So it's definitely a time for you to sort of reevaluate, look at some different options, maybe doing a little bit. It seems to me, I don't know if some of you are also doing your annual checkup, but I'm seeing some of you doing that, Capricorn. So just paying attention to like, maybe I need to look at my blood work. I don't know. Again, that's up to you, of course. This is just a reading and for entertainment purposes, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, Capricorn. So now we're looking at spirituality. Okay. And then we're going to be moving on 100%, Bianca. Okay, good. Next, after this, we're going to be looking at Aquarius. So stay tuned. Again, if you want to watch this back later, it will be time-stamped on my page, on this page here, when you go onto my Tube of You channel, and you'll see it all if you want to check yours later. Okay, we're looking at your spirituality. Okay, let's see what we got. Then we're at Aquarius. Okay. All right. This is an interesting one, friend. This is an interesting one. We get the Empress in reverse. Okay. And then we're getting the Three of Swords. Okay. So one of the things, you're in Aquarius. Awesome. Amy, amazing. Cool. Stick around. All right. So here's what I'm getting at, Capricorn, when it comes to your spirituality. Something likely looks like it's coming up from the past in order to be healed and released. Okay. Ash. Okay, cool. Healed and released. And I do believe it's connected probably to something, I would call this a mother wound. Okay. So when I look at our spirituality, I'm also looking at your self-healing, shadow work, things of that nature. All right. So it looks like right now, when it comes to things going on your path, this is Capricorn energy, sun, moon, rising, Venus, that we're looking at our connection with our mother and how we mother ourselves. So you want to look at that, and that seems to do what's coming up. Yes, number 3 is a big number. That has a lot to do with growth, right? We've got 3 threes. We got 2 threes, I should say. So something going on there for you. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, that was Capricorn. We are now moving into Aquarius. So if you have a sun, moon, rising in Aquarius, possibly a Mars, this reading will be for you. And we're really reading the new moon energy, right? But also this eclipse energy. And that's why I'm going live tonight doing this reading. If you're wondering, you missed your sign, no problem. Everything is recorded here. I'm on the Tube of You, and it's time stamped. So you can come and look at it later. Okay, here we go. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising. Some people like to look at their stellium. Oh, thank you so much, Raven. That's so sweet. I love doing these. It's fun. Now, if you're over here on the Tube of You, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I always tell people it really helps my channel on YouTube if you do. That's okay. Don't worry. If you're able to do, I want to say, I've got it. My mind is like, bing, bing, bing. I can figure this out. Okay. Sorry. So if you can watch just one of my videos all the way through on the Tube of You, and then just make a comment and like it, it helps my page a lot. I'm really working on my channel over there. All right, here we go. Aquarius. We're looking at love for Aquarius. Now, something about Aquarius I want to tell you guys is that we're looking at love, we're going to be looking at if you're in a relationship, but then we're also going to be looking at if you want to manifest a relationship. So this is for you if you're in a relationship, Aquarius. Yes, I just did Capricorn. I'm so sorry, Sarah. If you want to get this entire reading, will be uploaded onto my Tube of You channel and timestamps. So if you want to watch it tomorrow, it'll be all there for you. Okay. Now, this is Aquarius when it comes to your relationship. If you're in a relationship, you have a lot going on right now. You have the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. Okay, this is if you're in a relationship, Aquarius. September 24th, 14 years married. Oh, happy anniversary. Amazing. Love that. Okay. Also, if you guys are here, make sure you come back tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm doing free mediumship, okay? Spirit-led mediumship. So she'll be sure to sign up for notifications. Okay. So here's what I'm getting with Aquarius. You're kind of vacillating in your relationship and looking at fulfillment in your relationship, okay? And because you have the 9 of Cups, which is the sign of fulfillment, and then you have the 7 of Cups next to it, you're looking at, how can I feel fulfilled in my relationship? Or is there anything I need to focus on? So there's a little bit of a back and forth energy, and this is very normal, right? You go, especially if you've been in a relationship for a while, you're looking at, How can we sustain this connection? What do we need to evaluate? Do we need to refresh things? Where are we at? So for those of you in a relationship, for you as an Aquarius, this is where things are. Now, if you want to get into a relationship, Aquarius, and you're not in one, you are also looking at what will fulfill me in a relationship. You're a little ambivalent because part of you, I think Aquarius is worried if you get into a relationship, you're going to have to give up something. That you're not going to get maybe something you want in it. Okay. So I think there's a thing about you needing to trust yourself here. This is really what I'm getting. Okay. And needing to possibly evaluate, what is you that needs to fulfill you and what another person can fulfill. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. That's an interesting energy. Very, very interesting energy. Okay. I'm actually going to change my deck again. So stick with me. Okay. All right. So career for Aquarius. If you are just joining, welcome in. We are doing all the zodiac signs. We're actually now all the way to Aquarius. We're going to be ending with Pisces. This will be time stamped and be over on the Tube of You, which is my channel. And so you can look at this tomorrow if you missed your sign. All right, here we go. Again, now we're going on to career for Aquarius. King of Swords and Page of Swords. This is awesome. Okay, so King of Swords, Page of Swords. This is a very interesting kind of juxtaposition for you specifically around this decision with your career. So as we know, the swords are very much have to do, especially when you've evolved enough into the King of Swords. This is typically someone who has a very clear mind, is able to execute things and articulate their ideas around their career. But because you have the Page of Swords right next to it, possibly for you, there's like you are learning to better communicate your ideas and articulate what it is that you want or believe in when it comes to your career. So, sometimes when you're newer to the work you're doing, or even in a newer place, sometimes you can hold yourself back and not always express your ideas. So I just think it's this thing you're going through, either a little bit of growing pains in your career and learning to find the places where you can clearly contribute and add your expertise. So there's a little bit of a growth period going on. Okay. Again, here's where we are. We are at Aquarius. We're doing this reading for the new moon and the eclipse. We're looking specifically at career for Aquarius. Okay, welcome in. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, now we're going to be looking at finances for Aquarius. Okay, so again, if you have a strong placement in Aquarius, this is for you. Sun, moon, rising, possibly Venus. I always like to look at Mars as well, because that's our energy. That career read is spot on. I'm so glad that's making sense. Thank you. Now we're looking at finances for Aquarius specifically. All right, let's see what we have. Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords. Ooh, interesting. Okay. And again, we're talking about Aquarius, if this resonates for you. This is around finances. Okay. A lot of people have been getting this for me this week. I want to explain what this is about. Okay. When the Page of Swords generally is looking over her shoulder, she's looking at past things she's done in the past. And since we are specifically looking at finances, this is a really good opportunity to look at possibly when you've been emotional around your spending, when you've been more emotional around your investments, when you've been more emotional or not as clear around your finances. So here's the thing. When we have a lot of emotion connected to our wealth or our manifestations, sometimes we don't always make the clearest decisions. And sometimes there's imbalance. We can have impulsivity, sure, but we can also maybe feel negative emotions around our finances. So I feel like Spirit this week is asking you to probably take a little bit of a deeper look around your finances and look at things from a more objective position. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Again, just so you know what we're doing, welcome. If you guys don't know me, my name is Carey. I'm a medium and a mentor. And so tonight what we're doing is we are going through the entire zodiac sign. We're right now on Aquarius. We're almost done. And we are looking at love, career, finances, wellness, and spirituality. Okay, so this is Aquarius. So if you have a prominent placement in Aquarius, this could be for you. Now we're looking around wellness for Aquarius. Okay, wellness. Also, if you're not able to get your own sign, hello, Monica. This will all be time-stamped and uploaded to my Tube of You channel, so you can come and look at that tomorrow. Okay. Again, this is for wellness. This is really interesting that we've been getting this quite a lot, right? And I'm doing this also too because it's a very kind of a pivotal time because we have some very intense astrology going on right now. First of all, it's the new moon, but also it is a time of the eclipse sort of ending season here. So we want to just look at things very clearly. Okay, so when it comes to wellness, we have the Lover's card and the Seven of Pentacles. Specifically Aquarius, what I'm hearing is pick some type of activities that you really like to do when it comes to your health, like or wellness, fitness. So don't do things that physically that you don't feel a connection with. Find your specific way of doing something, whether it be yoga, walking, tai chi, running, cycling, boxing, horseback riding, right? Jumping rope. Find something that you really enjoy that connects to your heart center as you're deciding what you're going to do. I feel like some of you might be either avoiding this or doing things you don't really like doing as much. For you to have sustained health and wellness, you're going to want to do something you really enjoy. Okay. All right. Aquarius, let's go to spirituality. She did Scorpio, but tomorrow you can find the whole reading. Thank you so much for saying that. Spirituality, Aquarius. What do we have? What does Aquarius need to know for this week for spirituality? Excuse me, itchy nose. And please join me tomorrow night at 5 p.m. I will be doing spirit-led mediumship at 5 p.m. here on my page. Okay, spirituality for Aquarius. Here we go. We have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So here's what I'm really letting you know, Aquarius specifically. It's very important right now for you to protect your peace. Okay. So it's good to dive into your spirituality and your spiritual center for you to find balance. The world right now is extremely polarizing. It will really take you off your spiritual path very easily. So you want to find the things that make you feel fulfilled, the things that give you relief. Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific. Yep, that's right. So you want to find things that make you feel healed, balanced, happy, fulfilled. You don't want to spend time investing in things that are going to pull you off your spiritual path so much. And you can do simple things that make you feel fulfilled. That's really what I'm getting. So that was Aquarius. Thank you guys again so much for that, for all my Aquarians. Now we're moving on to Pisces. This is the last one. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. This has been like so much fun. Again, if you missed your sign, no worries, because tomorrow, thank you so much, Ash. Tomorrow, I will have this all uploaded onto my Tube of You page and will be all time-stamped, just so you know. And so you can find yourself then. Thank you, Amy. Thank you guys for the gifts. And those of you who are joining, if you can do me a favor, either do gift or the Daily Heart Me. If you guys can help me reach my goal of 50 hearts, that would be amazing. It's just part of what I like to do when I'm doing these types of readings. So if you can help me with that, thank you so much. I just need, and they're super simple. If you guys can help me get to my goal, I would be so thankful. Here we go. If you guys can help me, there we go. I just need a little more. If you guys can help me, thank you for joining my fan club. And if you guys can help me with these goals just till the end of this live, it would help me so much. We have 27. I'd love to get to my goal of 50. They're just the same as buying a rose. So if you guys can help me with those, that would be incredible. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Again, I only need about 33 or like, what is that? 20, however many that, no, I don't need to, even 22 more of those. That would help me so much. Thank you so much, guys. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pin this. Okay, all right, there we go. Thank you, Mary Grace. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yay. I only need 10 more. Okay, Pisces, here you go. 10 more to get to my goal, guys. Only 10 more hearts. And then I can finish out my live with my goals intact. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. We'll make sure you guys can get there. Help me get there. Thank you so much. 6 more to go. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Annabelle. We reached my goal. Hooray. Thank you. Woo. Let me give a clap. Thank you, guys. Woo. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yay. Okay. Last one of the night. We are doing Pisces. Thank you so much for helping me get to my goals. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I will be on tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do spirit-led mediumship. So make sure you join me and sign up for notifications. Okay. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you, Yessie. Thank you, Mary Grace. Thank you, everybody who contributed. All right, here we go. This is for Pisces, for love. Again, we'll start with if you're already in a relationship, okay? If you're already in a relationship and you are coming into this space, Lorenda's here. Woo! Okay. This is for Pisces. If you're already in a relationship, okay? This is a really good time. My husband is a Pisces, okay? So this is for him. All right. So King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So this is you, Pisces. This is for Pisces. Again, we're on the last sign. We're doing a wheel around for the new moon and for the eclipse. We're going all the way around the zodiac. This is the last one. Okay. So Pisces, if you've been feeling like you've put a lot of time into your relationship, okay, and that sometimes you feel like it's mostly you doing a lot of the work, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're a Pisces. You're an amazing giver. And you also really know how to be dedicated and put in the time. Okay. Understand that, but also know that all of your time putting into your relationship will really pay off. Okay. It will really pay off. And that hopefully that you're in a more of a balanced situation. So you know that, that this will be worth your time and energy. And if it's not, you will know this clearly. Okay. Now, if you are a Pisces and you are not in a relationship, this is for you. Okay. Okay. We've got the number 2 twice. The number 2 is the number of partnership. It's the number of duality. It's also the number of decision making. Okay. So right now, as you're looking down the pipeline of thinking, what kind of relationship do I want? And you're feeling a little bit stuck. Should I get in one? Should I not? What do I really want? I'm not quite sure. This is probably a time when you really want to focus on, what do I want in a relationship? What is it going to feel like? Thank you for the follow, April. What is it going to feel like to be in a healthy relationship, right? How do I want it to be? What are the dynamics, right? So these are things, it's really important if you're working at manifesting, Pisces, a healthy relationship. You want to take time to write that out. You want to take time to invest in yourself to really go, what is it that I want, right? So that's super important part of the manifestation process, Pisces. Now, Pisces, we are now going to look at career, okay? We're looking at career. And again, if you missed your sign, this will all be time-stamped. All the signs will be time-stamped and will be uploaded to my Tube of You channel. Okay. Speaking of two, I'm celebrating 22 months sober. Oh my gosh, Mary Grace, congratulations. That's amazing. Oh, you should be so proud of yourself. That's incredible. That is incredible. Okay, Pisces, here's your career reading for the week. 9 of Cups. Ooh, this is amazing. 9 of Cups and also the Queen of Wands. This is a very powerful energy. So this does really have this is a pretty powerful energy. Thank you, Tangent, for so much for the follow. I appreciate you. So this is a really powerful energy when it comes to career. Okay. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very successful. She is an attractor. She's magnetic. She knows how to make things happen. She's also very much an inspiration to others. Okay. And the 9 of Cups has to do with fulfillment. All right. So as it relates to your career and where you're at, if you're not feeling an alignment, 222 is how long I've been in here on this. Amazing. If you're not feeling that level of fulfillment, and also as though you're not being recognized where you are in your career, this is something to consider. This is something to consider. Also, if you're looking at moving into a career, you want to think about, I really want to feel like I can exercise and be like my independence in my career. I want to make sure there's not a glass ceiling, and I want to make sure that I feel fulfillment in my career. Okay. I feel like that's very important for you, Pisces. So checking in on that. You do not want to be put in a corner. That's what I'm getting. All right. Now we're going to look at finances for Pisces. Okay. Finances for Pisces. Let's see what you have. Okay. Thanks again for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. Okay, guys, here's what we're getting. Again, finances. So here's a little bit of a challenge, Pisces. That's what I'm getting. You're kind of at the end of this cycle with your finances. Maybe you've had to save for quite a while. Maybe you have had to go for quite some time without, and that you're at the very end of this cycle. So it looks like you've had to do a certain amount of, investing in possibly things that didn't really make you feel expansive financially, but it was worth it, and you do deserve the outcome. Okay. The thing about it, if you're feeling a level of exhaustion around your finances, you want to know that this exhaustion can be transmuted and turned into like really strong fuel for you to be able to then know further, like maybe you want to make a change in your finances. Maybe you want to increase them. Maybe you want to invest, right? But this transformation you'll be going through is definitely worth it, is what I'm hearing. Okay. That's for you, Pisces. All right. 2 more categories to go for Pisces. Welcome in again. We're looking at wellness for Pisces, and then we're going to finish it with looking at spirituality, and then we will be done for the evening. I hope you guys have had fun watching this and enjoying this. Thank you so much to everybody who came out and supported me. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you for looking at everything in my shop. Thank you guys for being here and being supportive and being kind. Thank you so much for those of you who helped and shared the live and gave gifts. Thank you to Yessie for doing modding for me tonight. Here is wellness for Pisces. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay, so we have 2 things, Pisces, for wellness. We have the World card and we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. I feel like when it comes to your wellness, that some of you possibly have been, I think, working on something over a longer period of time that's made you feel a better sense of, I'll say, well-being. Okay. And because of this, possibly what this has been related to is connected to relationships. So maybe some of you have done things like realize that you need to buddy up with someone else in order to do like an exercise routine, that doing it by yourself is harder. Or you can also maybe have joined a group where you can possibly do things like meditation or talk, or to be able to discuss things or learn a new skill set with other people. Regardless of what it is, Pisces, what you've done has created success for you. Excuse me. Around your wellness. And it's definitely connected more because you've learned to buddy up with someone else, or you're learning that being maybe in a small group or with people often makes it easier because there's an accountability there. And there's also in general something that helps you kind of move forward. Now, I know this myself. I'm not a Pisces, but like I made a commitment that every once a week, I always go walking with a friend of mine, right? Or my husband and I, we make a commitment together to always go walking, right? Twice a week. So this is, if you're not doing that, think about doing that with some type of your wellness routine. Okay, Pisces? Okay, here we are. We are at the last reading of the night for Pisces. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you guys also for joining me. I appreciate you. And remember, please set your notifications for tomorrow night, 5 p.m., because I'm going to be doing spirit-led mediumship. All right, here we go. Last one. Thank you for being here again. All right. And what do we have on the table? This is for Pisces. The last thing, we are going to look at spirituality for Pisces. Okay. Thanks everybody too. Ladora, thank you for joining my club. So if you guys also want to do me a favor, go over to the Tube of You, make sure you sign up to subscribe. You can watch this whole reading with timestamps by tomorrow in its entirety. So feel free to do that. Okay. Because I go on both places. All right, here we go. This is for Pisces, and this is for spirituality for this week. Okay. We have the Justice card with the Knight of Wands. Okay. Already we have some contradiction, which is not a bad thing. So part of you, I'm going to give you some really good insight. I hope this helps. So Pisces, part of you feels this need that there's a part of you that's very passionate, right? Hi, Alyssa. That's very driven. That's really, I would say, impetuous and a little impulsive. Okay. And there's a part of you that when it comes to your spirituality, you sometimes leap before you look. Right. So I get this sense of in your life that you just like jump right into stuff. What this is asking of you this week, Pisces, for your spirituality is to think about as to balance things out before you jump into something. This might be a moment for you to really check in with your guides. Hi, Wendy, your ancestors, and ask, should I say this? Should I do this? Is this the right move for me? When you check in with your intuition and your inner knowing, and you ask the questions before you make the decisions, you're moving it into a place of more of the realm of the soul, as opposed to the realm of impulsivity. Here's the thing. Impulsivity can mask itself as spirituality. And there's so many things that are polarizing going on in the world right now. It's very easy to mask it and think that it's spirituality. But it can also really put you into a place of doing things, saying things, thinking things in the name of the truth and spirituality, but it's actually not necessarily in alignment for you. And I only know this from firsthand experience. Does that make sense? So look before you leap is the message I'm getting. Take a moment. All right. This has been an amazing live. I've had so much fun. We went through the entire zodiac, the total wheel, right? We started at Aries and went all the way through Pisces. We did readings on love, career, finance, wellness, and spirituality. If you missed your sign, whether it be for your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus, you can watch this again tomorrow on my Tube of You. Me too. You too. And everything will be time stamped, so you'll be able to find your sign on there. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Yes, definitely. I will be live tomorrow night. Please join me for Spirit-Led Mediumship. I'm going live every night this week, except Wednesday. I'll be going during the day because this is my birthday week. So I want to give back to say thank you to all of you. And I'm so excited to get to know you. So be sure to join along. And if you go to my Tube of You page, make sure you subscribe and watch one video in its entirety. Make sure to comment and to like it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. I will see you all tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take care.